want to show you right here. I was supposed to put an aluminum threshold over here. And how many years have we had this floor down for?
About two years.
That's it? That's it? Oh,
yeah.
2 years. And this is the entry to the kitchen. And if you notice, there isn't a chip out of there, a flake missing. It's perfect. And there's probably 1,000 trips in and out of here a day, at least 1,000.
So you're saying that it wears very well?
It wears great. There's no chips, there's no cracks, there's no divvies or divots anywhere. You know, when I first was looking at your stuff up in northern Florida, I went to your two competitors was, and I can't remember the other guy's name. It was the other guy that you'll find online, yeah. This guy.
All right.
But all the kitchens that I found, the equipment is where the flaw was and everything. And the drains, the equipment was actually settling into the bottom, and you could see stress cracks and imprints from it after a couple years. If we'll move some equipment, you won't see no damage at all to this floor, none.
And now you have a wood subfloor, is that correct?
We have a wood subfloor. We put a new wood subfloor in it, just a finished one side plywood, and that was it. Okay. And then you guys did whatever, I don't know what
Chris, tell us about the smells of the floor. Was it smell during the
Who's
process?
ever watching this, if you're doing a kitchen, you know the smell of a kitchen. It smells like a sewer. You come in our kitchen, you don't smell anything. All you smell is cooking food. So it's so cleanable, and it's just a soap and water thing. We don't use any cleaner at all. We use Dawn and a little bit of warm water. We put it on, we lightly scrub it with a soft brush like you recommended, and we squeegee it. It squeegees so nice that it's dry as soon as you squeegee it. We'll do a sample if you want to see how it's clean.
Now, you mentioned the cleanability. Is it easy for your employees to clean? Have they enjoyed it after they got the new floor? How did they respond?
Our old floor was, this building's 60 years old.
Okay.
They've had 7 floors in it. And every floor, they added a layer. They never took the old layer off. So there was layer after layer of rubber, of the old epoxy style, a tile floor, a concrete floor, a linoleum floor. And now, and they never cleaned it. Once we put the floor in, they got a sense of pride in how nice the floor was. Yeah. And they actually clean it every night. And that's the trick with this. The non-skid is perfect. We never got it skidded. Come on, sweetie. You're on camera.
Yeah, I'm like,
and you can tell the difference when they don't. Like, I walk in here 4:30 in the morning, I can tell when they have it mopped because you get a little sheen of grease in the kitchen. Yeah. But other than that, they keep it clean. I mean, beautiful. Beautiful.
It smells good. It doesn't smell like food.
It doesn't smell like you smell food cooking.
Yes,
you used to smell before, you'd smell that sewer smell. It was horrible. It was horrible.
Yeah.
You know? Now they clean it every night. They scrub, they clean. It's a little dirty now. We just got done with Thanksgiving, and we're starting to come in season, so it's dirtier than normal. And another thing that I saw was the drains leaking. And all the other restaurants, except for yours, there were cracks around the drains, and you could see where the delamination of the epoxy in the wood, or the epoxy, that's our star right there. The epoxy was delaminating from whatever the subsurface was.
Right.
And you'll see when you come in here, there's just nothing. It's just, it's like it's new.
Take a walk.
Every single time.
Every time. You can see that. But you come on in, you see we got a really, really big kitchen. Hey there, how you doing? You still feel the non-skid. You know, this thing gets moved all the time. There's no depression. All the other ones that you would see, there'd be a depression from the equipment, and you saw these little spider lines of it cracking. And once it cracked, it's taking water off. Our floor, you can look underneath this building if you want to go down there a little bit later. You can look at the drains underneath the building and see there's nothing leaking out of it. There's just nothing. I do recommend, though, that if you put drains in, that you put them in no walkways. We had one drain that we had a problem with, but the problem didn't originate from you, it originated from our plumber, making the holes too big. So, I just recommend, and that was one of the ones in the walkway. And we're actually going to move it out of underneath something. But, come on through. The only thing that you'll see dirt-wise is you can tell they haven't cleaned it a while. Usually this is really clean.
With a little bit of
that just comes up with a little bit of soap, a little bit of scrub, and then see our rat trap. See down the line, you can just see how nice the floor stays.
You like your floor?
Yeah, it's very nice.
Nice.
Easy to clean?
Yes, sir.
Sure. A lot better than tile.
Oh, it is very, very good.
I told them how bad your floor was before. And stinking here.
Oh, it's so hot. That's now you watch it cold, right?
He washes the floor every single
Doing
day.
a very good job keeping your
Yeah, doesn't he? The woman in the pantry does her floor every day. They do that floor every single day.
Not everyone.
Everybody takes their area and does their area. And it's not one person having to pull the load. Everyone does it. It's teamwork. It's great. The only thing you see, which again is not you, it was our floor where water will hold. Once it evaporates or gets squeezy, you can just see where our floor holds water. You see it though where the salted the sand is, but that's us. You know, but once it's clean, all that come on in here and goes to the station. It just everything stays so clean, and after 2 years, the non-skid's perfect.
Are you seeing any signs of wear, delamination after 2 years? Okay.
Nothing, absolutely nothing.
Great.
No leaks through the floor. No,
Brand new.
it looks brand new. It's so nice. Recommend the high baseboards.
The base?
Yeah,
Yes.
definitely. They scrub that. They start from the wall up.
Yeah.
You know, and scrub down, and it just all goes down. It squeegees right into the drain. It squeegees so nicely.
That's what you use. Is you use a squeegee and a deck brush.
The like foamy squeegees, not a rubber squeegee.
Right. Neoprene squeegee.
Yeah,
work
neoprene.
A lot better than the.
Oh yeah.
Than the rubber.
Night and day. And it comes almost dry when you hit it with a squeegee.
Yes. Correct.
It just makes it so easy for them. Well, you've heard the cook.
Yes.
Those guys, you couldn't catch them with a brush or soap in their hand to wipe the floor off.
Yeah.
2.5 years ago. You couldn't.
Yeah.
It was nasty. It was just nasty. And you just walk through there, you can't even smell anything.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. I mean, it's amazing.
Yeah,
it really is. Worth every friggin' penny.
Yes. Well.
I can't wait. I've got the bar for you to do.
Okay.
And the 3 bathrooms downstairs.
All right. Well, good.
So.
Well, we appreciate your business and looking forward to helping any of your other clients you have.
No, and whenever you have people in the area that want to look at it, have them come by.
Okay.
You know, I'll show them. I'll give them the grand tour, which I always do. No, I'm a firm believer. I was a firm believer when I looked at your competitors' work.
Yes.
That was it. That was the seal, the deal. I mean, your stuff was just perfect,
Now,
and their stuff was terrible.
Didn't you say you took a hammer to one of our samples and kind of compared it to competition?
We actually, after I saw the stress cracks in your, took me a while to remember his name. is your other top competitor. After I saw the stress cracks and stuff like this, like watch. If I can even move it. I mean, this is so heavy. I mean, that's probably 300 pounds. There go the profits. Hold on. I'm going to show you right now. I mean, that's full of water and heavy. You saw how hard it was for me to move that thing. Look at that.
Oh, so no marks?
No marks. The non-skid is still there. And that non-skid is just, it's incredible.
It really is.
I mean, you think about that. Look at that. And then when I dragged it, it didn't even scratch it. This stuff's like bulletproof.
It really is.
It's unbelievable. And if that was the competitors, you'd see cracks out to here.
Yeah.
And a depression from where it's broken through the epoxy and the weight was crowning or coning the plywood or the subsurface.
Yes.
Here you don't. And look, it's still clean.
It is.
That's heavy. Yeah, but when I was looking at that, that's when I decided I had samples from the other two of all three of you. Actually, there was 4 of them. The other one was terrible. The guiding, or it's a whole nother story. We were sitting down there trying to decide what we were going to do. The guarantee, which was a song and dance from one of the other competitors, really sounded good. The warranty sounded really good. And there was a 4-pound maul, a hammer, sitting there. And I go, you know what? Let's see how bad they really are. So we put all of them down and hit every one of them. They all shattered except for your product.
Wow.
The samples.
That's quite a testimonial.
Yeah, that was. And as soon as that was, I gathered up, picked them up, threw them in the trash, and never thought about them again.
Wow.
And that's why you do our floors.
Well,
It's that simple. Worth every penny. Every penny. The owner loves it, and they didn't want to spend the money for it. They love it. Everybody loves it. The health department loves it. They come in and just go, wow, what a nice floor, every single time. And it's the same girl. And she always compliments how nice the floor is.
nice.
Before, we were getting written up all the time for the cracks. We had a fiberglass floor, the last layer.
I'm busy.
All right, good?
No?
All right, well, you want to, you get this thing?
Yeah.
I'll show you how easy this floor is to clean. We used a really light bristle brush. Watch, if you come over here, you see the dirt that's already, look at that. Look at that.
Oh yeah.
From just lightly touching it. Amazing, huh?
It is.
That'll be dry in a minute. Look at all that dirt that
And the floor is a couple years old now too, huh? It still looks that clean.
It's amazing, man. It's like magic. It makes it so easy to keep clean. Thank you.